Welcome back, racquetball fans, to the 2015 Monterrey Open. We are live from El Pino Chipinque, and here we go, getting ready for the semifinals. Our first semifinal match will feature Andre Padilla and Edson Martinez. This will be a very exciting matchup. These two have battled long and hard to get here today. If you guys want to check out the draw, you can go to bit.ly/MTY2015. We're going to take it down to the court now where the players are ready and starting this first semifinal here today. All right, starting out 0-0 in game one. Edson Martinez now serving. And another side out. Andre Parrilla defeating Nicolai Miramontes earlier today in the first quarterfinal of the day in order to get here this evening in the semifinals. And Edson Martinez with another upset here this weekend over Jordi Alonso, who was seeded number 10. He beat him today in the first tiebreaker of the day. These two have already played some racquetball today, and they're getting ready to find out who's going to move on to the finals, which will be tomorrow at 12 p.m. Now, interesting to note, all of the players who are in the semifinals here this evening are in line to win their first ever WRT championship, which is very exciting for all the players involved. Our ref is Gerardo Franco. He's calling a skip. Score is 2 serving 0 now in game one. That makes 3 for Edson Martinez. Andre Parrilla is the higher seeded player here in this match, seeded number 3 this weekend, and Edson Martinez seeded number 18. Nice shot from Andre, gives him the side out. Nice get from Martinez. And that ball goes right by Parrilla. Andre Parilla's family is in tow this weekend. Jessica Parrilla was playing in the Women's Open, and she joined me on the broadcast earlier this morning when we watched Padilla versus Miramontes in the quarterfinal. And his father and coach, Fabian, is also here. Nice effort there from Padilla, chasing it down and with a soft touch in the front of the court. Easy side out there for Martinez. Both Edson Martinez and Andre Parrilla are from San Luis Potosi, although they train at different gyms, so they haven't played each other too often. And again, adds another element to our matchup here today. Last time we saw Martinez at a WRT event was the San Luis Open back in August. In round 16s, he lost against Jake Bredenbeck in a tough tiebreaker, 15-9, 14-15, 11-7. Bredenbeck moved on to the finals that tournament. Tough rally in game one, still early. 5 serving 1. Now we've been talking this weekend about the courts here at Alpino Chipinque. And what you'll notice is that sidewall glass, now the sun has changed, and it's changed the lighting on that sidewall as well. So it'll be interesting to see how the players adjust to that. Andre Padilla calling a timeout. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back with more of Martinez and Padilla right after this. We're back live at the Monterrey Open with our first semifinal between Andre Parrilla, who's seeded number 3, and Edson Martinez, seed number 18. Martinez in the lead now 5-1 in game 1. Martinez looking comfortable out here. Padilla looking a little bit of a rough start here, maybe a little rattled. Great get there from Padilla. That corner giving Andre some trouble there on that cross-court pass from Martinez. And as I was saying before the commercial break, the lighting has really changed now on that side glass, and with the gearbox black ball, which is the official ball of the WRT, it gets more and more difficult to see that as the lighting changes. So it'll be interesting to see how the players adjust to that tonight in the semifinals. Good nick serve from Edson. Throwing off Padilla. What an overhead kill there from Edson Martinez. That's going to give him the side out with that reverse pinch. Edson Martinez with a great controlled shot there against Padilla. We've seen, oh, all right, I'll save my comment for when we come back from the commercial break, where Andre Parrilla is taking a quick break, and so we will be right back. And we're back live at the Monterrey Open. Before the break, I was noticing that Edson Martinez is using a similar strategy that he used against Jordi Alonso in the quarterfinals earlier today. You're seeing a lot of that short calls there on his lob serve because he doesn't want his opponent to cut the ball off. So that's part of his strategy, is to keep the ball very tight to that line. Here we go, Edson Martinez. Let's see if he sticks with that high lob, tight to the short line. And there it is, short again. And I think that's what he doesn't want to do as Padilla sides him out. Point for Andre. Nice controlled shot there from Parrilla right in the pinch. These two just kind of answering each other back and forth here, side out for side out. Big step there for Edson. From Parrilla. Like Andre's gonna have to watch that down the line. I think he saw that when we were watching the Jordi Alonso Edson Martinez match earlier today where he was commentating. Nice return from Padilla. Looks like Edson's really trying to use that side glass wall, hoping the ball will get lost there, but Padilla sides him out. Ooh, nice roll out there from Martinez. And no points gained, no points lost. Excellent pinch shot from Padilla. You can hear his family here in the crowd cheering him on, trying to keep his spirits high. All right, now the score is 4 serving 9 in game 1. The winner will move on to the finals tomorrow at 12 noon Central Time. If Andre moves on, it would be his second ever final. His first appearance was at the Columbia Open in May, and it would be Edson Martinez's first finals appearance. Martinez calling the timeout. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll be right back with more of Padilla versus Martinez. And we're back live from Alpino Chipinque, where we are broadcasting from Monterrey, Mexico. We are in game 1 of our first semifinal of the evening, where Edson Martinez is in the lead 9-5 over Andre Parrilla. Edson Martinez has quite the history here this weekend of upsets. In round 16s, he upset David Bobby Horn, who is the number 2 seed here this weekend, 15-14, 15-14. And in the quarterfinals earlier today, he upset number 10, Jordi Alonso, in a tiebreaker situation. So Edson Martinez, a force to be reckoned with here this weekend. Anything can happen. We will have a new first-time WRT champion at the Monterrey Open. Unfortunate skip for Padilla gives Martinez the side out, just what he was hoping for when he called that timeout. Just out of reach for Martinez. Ooh, and that ball finding its way to the corner, just out of reach for Padilla. Martinez now with a 5-point lead in game 1. Nice shot from Padilla. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me now with his professional commentary is WRT star Anthony Herrera. Welcome, Anthony.
Hi, Laura. Thanks for having me.
So right now, Edson Martinez in the lead over Andre Parrilla. Off the bat, Anthony, who do you think will win this match? Let's just jump into it.
Let's start with the easy one. Well, I'm going to go against my standard, whoever gets to 15 first. These are two great competitors, but I think that with the experience from Monterrey, and also he has his coach here, his dad and support sister, that I think that he'll find a way to pull this out.
That's right. He does have a lot of support here this weekend. It's nice to see the Padilla family coming out and supporting the family.
But I also think that there's a lot of pressure on him, though, also with, should I say, all of the top seeds out except for him?
Yeah, he is the top seed. He's number 3 this weekend, so there is some added pressure there.
I know he's looking to capture his first WRT title.
Yeah, I find it so interesting that all of the players who are in the semifinals today have an opportunity for their first WRT title. So it's pretty exciting to be playing for that here this weekend.
That's the Andre that we know. He really likes to execute, hitting those pinches and splats. He's very, very smooth when he does it as well. There it is again. I think that probably what had Andre thrown off in the beginning of the match is the fact that Edson has the same type of playing style, I would say, as Andre. He's really smooth and relaxed. So Andre's been used to having big hitters like Cardona, Jake, I'll put myself in there, who just have a lot of power and go after him. And now Edson comes in with a match just like his. He has to adjust to that.
All right, Edson Martinez calling a timeout. We'll be back with more of Parrilla and Martinez in just a moment. And we're back live in our first semifinal of the evening here at the Monterrey Open, where Andre Padilla is gaining now on Edson Martinez. Seems he's gotten a little bit more comfortable here as game 1 has progressed. Looks like that threw Andre off. Maybe a big misread.
Yeah, it's just when you give somebody a setup like that, you have to kind of pick and choose what you're going to cover. You're either going to cover the line or you're going to cover the pinch, and he was just stuck in no man's land.
Ooh, nice effort from Padilla, but a point for Martinez.
Definitely one thing that seen a little bit on these courts is just some serves coming off the back wall. You really have to focus in and get a good serve in so you can play offense instead of going on the defense off of your own serve.
Padilla looking pretty upset there. Yeah, Edson Martinez doing a really good job of keeping Padilla moving and kind of guessing out there as well.
Yeah, he's definitely mixing up his pass shots with his kill shots, his pinches. Two very similar players out there right now.
Just short of the front wall. Soft touch there from Martinez.
They're actually going to call that a ball of skip.
Point for Parrilla. Ref calls a skip. 11-12 in game one. Pretty tight so far.
There he had Edson looking the wrong way, but he didn't execute.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about how Padilla is good at that kind of disguising his shots, and still got to make them.
Edson's showing some frustration right there. These courts, they're very deceptive. They're got a dark floor, so you can't really see wet spots as these guys are kind of diving all over the place. It's a little problematic trying to figure out where they're at. Stay safe out there.
Yeah, unfortunately, earlier today in a former quarterfinal, the last one of the day, Rodrigo Montoya went down and seemed to injure his knee. Would actually cancel the rest of the match, and we're hoping that he's okay. It means Christian Longoria moves on to the semifinals. Coming up after this, he will play Jaime Martel. Skip for Edson. Side out. Andre Padilla in a good position right now. Tied up. 12-12.
Nice shot from the back of the court.
Yeah, deep in the court, putting that away. Still 12-12, game one.
Seems like we're seeing the same shot from both players each time.
Yeah, getting each other on that.
What is it called? A deja vu.
Now it's interesting, we keep seeing Andre look off to the side of the court where his coach Fabian is giving him points and pressure, I think, after each rally. Anthony, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think that would be more distracting or more encouraging for Andre?
Whoa.
Nice. Nice get from Padilla. Wow.
That's some awesome play right there. You know, it's all dependent on the player. It's for a player like me, where I've been independent, I wouldn't want to look out, have somebody have a grip on me that I have to look at him every time. But a player like Andre, he's used to it. That's what he knows. That's if his dad's not there, that's when he feels most uncomfortable. So it depends on each
Kind
player.
of the player, and I guess how you've been coached and playing your whole life. Yeah, I know when Fabian's not here, Andre's getting texts and phone calls during his timeouts, so they are in constant contact.
Exactly. Next time that I play him, I think I might go ahead and hide his phone from him and see what happens.
It's a good strategy, huh? Edson Martinez calling the timeout. Things are heating up out here in game one. Anything can happen. We'll be back with more of Parrilla and Martinez. And we're back live in the semifinal here this evening at the Monterrey Open between Andre Padilla and Edson Martinez, where it is still tied 12-12, which means anything can happen. It's been a pretty tough matchup so far, with Andre Padilla seeded number 3 and Edson Martinez seeded number 18, but both players with a very similar playing style as we've seen so far in game one. Andre Padilla stepping back out onto the court. Let's see what comes out of this timeout.
And this is only game number 1.
Pretty tight. Kind of a dangerous spot there in the side of the court. Seems to be a little slippery and problematic.
There we go.
All tied up again, 13-13.
You feeling this is going to go 15-14?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Ooh, Edson left that return up. And they're playing tough here at the end of the tiebreak, or the end of this first game.
Feels like a tiebreaker.
Feels like a tiebreaker.
First game point for Andre. And there's the side out.
Deja vu, what did I say?
Could very well be 14-14 here any moment. Keeping it exciting. That's what we like, some fierce competition here on the WRT.
ref going to call it voidable.
There's the side out. This will be Andre Padilla's second game point opportunity.
Andre sailed that shot.
Andre puts it away. Third game point for Andre Padilla. There we go, Andre Parrilla winning game one, 15-13. We saw Edson Martinez starting out strong in game one and Parrilla adapting to his game style. So it'll be interesting to see what can happen in game two. We'll be back in just a few moments with more of Parrilla and Edson. And we're back live from Alpino Chipinque in Monterrey, Mexico for the 2015 Open, where we have Edson Martinez and Andre Parrilla battling it out. Parrilla able to take the win in game one, 15-13. We saw him and Edson pretty well matched in terms of game and playing style. Normally, by the time Padilla gets to the semifinals, he's facing a big heavy hitter like Cardona or Bredenbeck, or we could even say Anthony Herrera. So Anthony, what would you think Edson needs to do to kind of change things up here against Andre Padilla?
You know, some people might say that he needs to go to a power game, but I kind of disagree with that model. Players have their own style of play, and if you try and change that style of play when you're not used to it, then you could just be setting yourself farther back. He just needs to put together his game plan and be smooth on the court. Yeah, changing it up a little bit, throwing some power at it because Padilla is not used to that. But I guess I just don't know Edson too well for me as a coach to tell him, hey, start hitting some bombs out there, you know, because that might throw his comfort zone off.
Yeah, we saw him using the high lob serve, keeping it tight to the short line against Padilla, but Padilla seems to be handling that pretty well, so maybe we could see if he changes up his serve a little bit.
Yeah.
Looks like he's not so far.
The problem is he's getting opportunities off of it. He's just missing opportunities. I'd rather say just focus in on your opportunities and execute it. Sounds easier said than
yeah,
done,
right?
I guess.
Just do it, right?
Like that right there. There's another opportunity, finally. See, it's a rally like that. Edson had an opportunity to put the ball away. Andre was in the front of the court, and he missed it. He was able to put the second one away, but at this high-level racquetball, you're not going to get that many opportunities. So
You got to take it when you do get it.
you got to take it when you got it. Here you go, another opportunity. And he skips it. So his issue isn't really about he needs to play harder. He just needs to eliminate the mistakes right now.
Good advice. And there's another skip from Martinez.
Yep. Another 2 opportunities for Edson to put that rally away, and he's just not executing.
I feel like that was a smart play by Andre, sending him deep to the back of the court there, and just out of reach, couldn't get it.
Right now for Andre, I would just be playing the percentages. He knows that Edson is not making his shots. He's giving him opportunities, so continue to press.
Skip from Martinez makes it a point for Padilla. Pretty tough game 2. Wouldn't expect anything less after that game 1, 15-13.
Yeah, these guys are going to bring it.
Both going for their first ever WRT title.
It's pretty amazing to watch Andre and see the growth that he's had over this past year. He's really one of the most improved players in my eyes anyways, on tour.
Yeah, he's been really fun to watch as he's gained more experience and starts really becoming a consistent quarterfinalist and then a really consistent semifinalist as well. Wow. Not sure how he hit his elbow there, I guess when he contacted the glass a little bit. He's going to go ahead and take a quick timeout, see if he can nurse that real quick before he gets back out. We'll be right back with more of Parrilla and Martinez in just a moment. And we're back at the Monterrey Open, where Andre Padilla is in the lead 4-0 over Edson Martinez. Martinez kind of getting jammed up there against that side glass and seemed to hit himself in the arm, calling that timeout. Let's see how he recovers when he steps back out on the court.
Andre's starting to feel pretty comfortable out there. It's a great shot.
And another point for Parrilla, now with a 6-0 lead. We saw something similar like this in game 1, but Edson Martinez had the lead, so anything can happen. It's still early in game 2. And just like that, there's a side out for Martinez.
Nice rally.
Yeah, Andre doing a good job of getting to those balls too.
There was
an overhead kill shot.
Yeah, it was a little
Padilla.
deceptive. He kind of was set up for a ceiling ball and then just kind of ripped it down the line.
7-0 now in game 2.
He's feeling comfortable out there. This would be a completely different second game if Edison won that first game.
I agree. Edson keeping it alive. And Padilla capitalizing on that shot, putting it away. 8-0 now. Nice to see this kind of confidence coming out of Andre in the semifinals. Young player, only 19 years old.
There he goes. If he continues to play like this, I pick him for a favorite tomorrow in the final.
Yeah, I'd say he has like a mental advantage right now over Edson. We're not seeing too much from him yet. We'll see. We'll see though. I don't want to jinx anyone.
Ooh, nice shot there. Not to count anybody out, but just kind of looking towards the future and possibilities, you know. I just see that if Andre is able to pull out this match and go on, let's say win this tournament, it could make for some good storylines next week in the season finale in San Antonio. You have Jake and Cardona battling to see who's going to be able to get that year-end number one ranking, and Andre might be able to put a stop to somebody with the confidence game this week.
Quite a rally there between the legs, but Edson Martinez winning that and getting his first point. Yeah, I think that's a really interesting point too, the confidence that this would give Parrilla and going into the year-end event next weekend at the Alamo City Open. Keeps it pretty exciting there for our last event of 2015. Checking that court for those wet spots. Like you said, it's tougher to see on this dark floor. Maybe we should give them a towel just to make sure it's actually done. Looks like they got it. It's under control now. Edson sticking with that high lob close to the short line. Ooh, big skip from Martinez. Padilla definitely in the zone right now. 11-1, nice shot from deep in the court. Martinez is going to go ahead and exercise his right to take another timeout. We'll be right back with more of Parrilla and Edson Martinez right after this. And we're back live at the 2015 Monterrey Open, where Andre Parrilla is staying warm out there on the court with a reasonable lead, 11-1 over Edson Martinez. Either player who continues on will be vying for their first ever WRT championship. If Parrilla can move on, this will be his second finalist appearance. His first was at the Columbia Open in May of 2015. The match coming up after this will determine who will move on to the finals tomorrow as well. We have Jaime Martel against Christian Longoria. So another great match coming up right after this. You guys don't want to miss all the action here with the WRT. Oh, looks like Edson Martinez goes ahead and calls a second timeout. Really trying to stall here against Andre Parrilla. Parrilla leading 11-1 in game 2. Winning game 1 15-13.
A little bit of mental game going on.
Parrilla staying warm out there though. Maybe not going to let it get to him. For those of you watching at home, we have mentioned that there is another WRT event next weekend. We will be live from San Antonio for the Alamo City Open. You don't want to miss this year-end event. If you're in the area or want to travel to San Antonio, you can sign up at bit.ly/Alamo Open 15. You can also check out the draw there as well. Again, we will be live broadcasting that. It's our year-end event. We'll also be having a special player award ceremony as well. We'll be naming the player of the year, the rookie of the year, most improved player, and giving away the sportsmanship award. Here we go. Looks like Edson's had enough timeout, and he's ready to battle back against Andre Padilla, who's serving. Ooh, double timeout did him good. He got the side out he was looking for.
Definitely, that was a smart shot right there, and he put it away.
And there we go, a point for Martinez.
A little bit of a change. Shot, nice setup.
Again, from deep in the court for Parrilla. Second serve. just out of reach there for Andre. Edson picking up a lot of balls. And Andre able to put it away.
Yeah, that's some awesome racquetball. Andre is just placing the ball wherever he wants right now.
Yeah, we saw some really interesting swings, I feel like, from him, too. A couple overheads and like a backhand overhead.
Very difficult to do, very difficult. Nice shot, deep in the court. Andre is just feeling it right now.
12-2. And a skip for Martinez. Another error puts Padilla at 13.
This is always the fun part of a match when somebody's down this big. They just like, they don't really have much of a care and they end up hitting great shots.
Ceiling balls there, and then skip for Parrilla.
It's interesting you have a current Mexican junior national team member and a current adult team member in there. The junior team member is kind of showing him what's up.
Serving 13 now as Edson Martinez holds on, making some good shots against Andre. It's 3 in a row here for Edson Martinez, which is going to cause Andre Padilla to go ahead, take a timeout, see if he can put a halt to this points run that Martinez has gone on. We'll be right back with more. We'll find out if Andre Padilla can close out game 2. And we're back live in our first semifinal of the 2015 Monterrey Open, where we have Andre Parrilla in the lead against Edson Martinez. Coming up right after this, we have our next semifinal between number 5 Jaime Martel and number 9 Christian Longoria. You guys don't want to miss that. It'll be another great semifinal match this evening, and it'll be really interesting to see who moves on to the finals tomorrow at noon, going after their first ever WRT championship. So there will definitely be a new champion tomorrow. You're going to have to tune in and find out who that is. Edson Martinez with 3 in a row, causing Padilla to call the timeout. See, she's home for 4. Nope, timeout works to Padilla's advantage, and he gets the side out.
Yeah, not much working for Edson right now.
This will be Andre's first match point.
Andre tried to get a cheap one there from the back of the court.
We see that touch game from Edson Martinez as we saw earlier against Jordi Alonso in the quarterfinals earlier today.
Ooh,
wow.
Awesome shot.
Incredible effort there from Edson. And it was worth it.
Yeah. There he had Edson flat-footed.
This will be Andre's second match point opportunity. Again, with nothing to lose, Edson with a very controlled shot and a side out. Padilla answers back. And now a third match point opportunity for Andre Padilla.
Here he has it. Oh, he missed the opportunity. But he was able to come back on the second one and capitalize.
Able to put it away in the end, winning game 2, 15-6. Which means Andre Parrilla will move on to the finals tomorrow of the Monterrey Open. This will be Andre's second ever finals appearance. We'd like to thank you all for watching, and of course there's more from the WRT. We have our next semifinal, Jaime Martel versus Christian Longoria. I'd like to thank Anthony Herrera for joining me here on the mic, and we'll see you all in about 10 more minutes.